Alright guys, in this lesson we're going to talk about classifying shapes based on their angles now. So we talked about based on their sides, so now it's going to be based on their angles. So I can classify shapes using geometry terms. So what vocabulary words have we learned that can help us classify shapes by their angles? So first, I've got a right angle. We know that that equals exactly 90 degrees. Okay, that's that corner. If it makes an exact corner with that L shape, then it's a right angle. We've learned acute angle. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees. So it's anything smaller than 90. And then we've got an obtuse angle, which is greater than 90 degrees. So maybe something like that. So we're going to classify these shapes based on their types of angles. So if we look at our first shape here, I'm going to look at all the angles. And we're going to write how many acute angles there are, how many right angles there are, and how many obtuse angles there are. So first I'm going to look, I notice right away that this is a right angle and this is a right angle. If I lined it up with a piece of paper to measure that corner, it would be that exact 90-degree angle there. So I have two right angles. My next angle would be right here. And if I look at that angle, if I made it bigger and looked at it, that's a large angle. That would match my obtuse angle. And then I've got another one that's exactly the same right here. So those two would make two obtuse angles. And that leaves you with my last angle right here at the top. And that's a tiny angle, so that would be an acute angle. So let's look at the next one. I've got this angle right here, which would be obtuse. This one would be obtuse. This one would be obtuse. And this one would be obtuse. So I actually have four obtuse angles. Then, if I look at the one on the top, this is a much smaller angle, that would be an acute angle. And that means that there are no right angles in this shape. Let's look at the next one. I can notice right away that I see that L shape right here, and it makes that nice corner. I could check it with a piece of paper. If I lined it up right in that corner, it would give me exactly that 90-degree angle there. So there's one right angle. And then I've got two smaller angles right here. These two would be acute. So I've got two acute, and there are no obtuse angles in this shape. So now let's look at this arrow here. So I can notice right away that I've got this is a right angle, this is a right angle. And I could check it with that piece of paper, and it lines up exactly to be that 90 degrees. I don't see any other right angles, so there's two right angles. And then I've got this angle right here, and this angle right here. Those are tiny, so those would be acute. I've got two of those. And then I can't decide if this angle right up here at the top is acute or obtuse. So I'm going to use my piece of paper. So remember, this piece of paper is 90 degrees. And so when I line it up there, it's exactly 90 degrees. And it's hard to tell when you look at it because I didn't know. So actually, this here would make a 90-degree angle, that square. So instead of two right angles, I've got three. And that means that I have no obtuse angles. And lastly, I've got my rectangle here. And if I use my piece of paper, I can tell that each of those corners is a 90-degree angle. So each of those corners is a right angle. So I would say that this one has four right angles, and it has no acute and no obtuse.